Hello, everybody. My name is Adriana Sorgi. I started working with Micaela 6 months ago, and it was during a time in which I felt a little discouraged about my business. I had been doing a lot of things. I've been taking action, just like doing, and things were just not working out for me. I created a lot of programs that I was not feeling, and I felt just kind of disappointed. Honestly, I was getting to a point where I was just questioning my business and the things that I was doing, and perhaps, thinking that maybe I needed to do something else. Even though I have been doing this for about 10 years and I had created a lot of success before the pandemic, making six figures and just having a really successful business. But then I went through that period of time in which during the pandemic, things started to go down and I wasn't really signing any new clients. So I found Micaela through LinkedIn, and she invited me to one of the Global Women meetings. I met her, I heard her speak, and I was really attracted to the way that she was she carries herself and the way she was doing things and her ideas and her strategy, and she's really creative. And one of the things that I really liked about her is how creative and positive she was. So I reached out to her and then we started working together. I just have to say that the first month that I worked with her, that month I was able to book a client for my original fee, which was $10,000 for 6 months. And it was just like boom, boom. I was able to pay for her fee. And then the rest is history. I filled my 2 programs and I became just really creative. She's just incredibly brilliant in the sense that you tell her, this is something that I want to do, and then she comes up with all these ideas. Well, why don't you do this? And why don't you do that? And maybe you can. So many different ways that I couldn't think of myself alone. So that was really amazing for me to experience how there was so many other ways that I wasn't thinking of doing things. And that just really helped me up level and it opened me up to in ways that I really didn't believe were possible. There's so many things we can do with our businesses, and it's really a matter of just becoming resourceful, like using our inner resources that we already have in the inside and just bringing them out into the world and just really trusting them. And another thing that I really experienced with her was that there were so many beliefs that I was holding about my business. And because I wasn't, for those 3 years during, that pandemic, I created all these groups. I was thinking that if I kept creating those groups, they were not going to succeed because I had had that experience for those 3 years. So just changing my inner dialogue about that, okay, that was then and this is now, and what am I going to create now, and just really putting a different type of energy, backing up my ideas with a different type of energy, the energy of the present. This is who I am now. I have grown so much. I have learned so much. This is what I'm not going to do anymore, and this is what I'm going to do now. And just really allowing myself to believe that it is possible now. And she helped me reframe those beliefs, and as I began to do that, things began to work out for me. They really did. They really began to work out for me, and now I'm just really excited that I'm just like so creative. And I always think of what would she do? What would she do if I was going to talk to this client today? What would she say, or what kind of a strategy would she suggest in this that I do with this program? 3 things that I love about her, but she is very available. I love that about her. I always told her I really appreciate the fact that every time that I needed something, she was just there for me. And it's like in a matter of like minutes, she responded to me, which I have worked with coaches for years. I've been in this field for 10 plus years, and I've worked with so many coaches, spent thousands of dollars in coaching. And one of the things that is very unique about Micaela is that she really makes herself available. She really wants to see you thrive. And so if you have a question and you need an answer, she's really there. You know, I'm not gonna, sometimes, yeah, she doesn't respond within the next 5 minutes, but she responds within the day. And I really love that. That really worked for me. I really wanted that. So she's very available. She's very creative, and she's great with strategy. And she's a doer. You know, she's the type of person that just because I'm going to meet with her for a session, I feel like, okay, what are the things that I have to do that we talked about? It makes me feel like I need to do those things, which sets you on a path of, success, because I always felt like I was being held accountable. And so I wouldn't want to come to my session telling her, well, I didn't do X, Y, and Z. And it was for me. I wasn't doing it for her, but I really realized that it really held me, in my highest, to succeed, because she reminded me of who I really am and what I really have the capacity to do in my business. So yeah, that's my experience. And I just think she's an incredible coach and an amazing human being.